Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another episode of How Did You Get Here? I am your host, Lisa Lauture, and I am excited about our next guest, Miss Evelyn Santana. I'm just excited to have her here to share her story with you all and share what she is up to. So I met Miss Evelyn. I call her Miss Evelyn, but I met Miss Evelyn through the builder experience that we both went through, and it just I don't know. I love her spirit and her presence and her demeanor, and I love what she is doing for her community. I'm just really excited to share all of that with you. So a little bit about Miss Evelyn is she was born and raised in New York, and then she left to go to Puerto Rico to learn Spanish. And while she was there, she got married. She met a fella and got married. And they have three children. And after learning Spanish, she has worked for 31 years as an ESL teacher, teaching English as a second language to students that come from other countries. So needed. Oh my goodness. I remember that service and working with Head Start. It is really a valuable service. So thank you so much for that. And she did that for all grade levels. She has gone on 3 mission trips. Child, she has traveled, she's done all the things. And she's been retired for 5 years. So we are going to just jump into Miss Evelyn's story. Thank you so much for being here, Miss Evelyn.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for the invitation. I'm happy to be here with you.
You're welcome. So, I learned something that I did not know up until this point, and that is that you were diagnosed with breast cancer when you retired.
Mhm.
Tell us about that process.
I usually every year went to do my mammograms, and that year when I did my mammogram, they found a lump, and I noticed the technician was looking a lot. And after that, well, they called me and they said, "You have cancer." We all know when we hear the word cancer, immediately it's a death sentence.
Mhm.
So I got a girlfriend that called me and says, "You just have to go to a specialist on breast cancer, a doctor." And I did that. Um, and while I was doing that, I was always, nervous that it had spread someplace else. And my cancer did spread to my lymph nodes. So they told me you need chemo, radiation, and you have to take the pill. And knowing what happens when you have chemo, I said, I can continue working and also doing the treatment. So my husband that works in with cancer patients, he explained everything to me. We got the family together, and I said, you know what? I'm not going. I prayed about it, and I said, I'm not doing chemo. I'm just going to do radiation and the pill because I was right there in the borderline, and they didn't know what to do with that group. So when they told me, okay, you're going to be taking radiation early in the morning, I said, well, go early in the morning and then go to work and teach in a school. That's going to be really hard. So that's when I made the decision with my husband that, I'm not going to work anymore. I'm going to stop. I did early retirement, and I was able to focus on my health, do the therapies, and here I am 8 years later, and I am happy about it. I thank God for everything He did for me.
Wow. Well, that is a beautiful story. I'm glad that you are here to tell the story and um, tell us how that experience, like, what did that lead to? What was life like after you went through that?
Well, I always used to support a colleague of mine that had cancer. And here in Massachusetts, we do a walk. for cancer, and I
Mhm.
always was supporting her, but I was just a support group for her. Now I was on the other side. So now
Mhm.
I'm walking as a survivor, and now I
Mhm.
have other people supporting me. So it made me think about people that are being diagnosed with cancer, and sometimes you don't have support and you need that support, especially women. I started reading a lot, what you go through and all the emotions you go through, and sometimes you don't want to talk and your family doesn't understand that. So that's why I decided that I would like to help other people that are diagnosed with cancer. So I usually do tea parties for cancer survivors and try to support them as much as I can.
Wow. So Miss Evelyn has I call it a ministry called You're Not Alone.
Yes.
Um, Tell us about that.
You're Not Alone started because during the pandemic, I noticed there were a lot of people that were alone. I mean, I was quarantined alone in my house because my husband was one of the first responders, so he had to go to work. And I would call some elderly women that were always alone in their homes because they had no one else. So we kept in contact. And then talking with Nikki, when we entered the academy, she's like, I know you have something that you want to do, but you don't dare to do it. And she says, "What's the title of what you want to do?" And I just blurted out, "You're not alone." And from there, it started where I tried to create spaces and encourage people with my lives, especially women that are going through hardships or illnesses, especially women that are going through cancer.
Mhm.
And I also prepare encouraging boxes to send them to them, self care so they could take care of themselves also.
Okay. So what are some of the things that you put in the encouragement boxes?
And
Boxes.
the in the encouraging boxes, usually what I put in there is all self care, like body lotion, massage, a candle, a book. I usually try to find things that I ask the people that ask for the boxes what's something that they're interested in, and try to include that in the boxes. And if they, live in a cold state, I try to include a blanket that I knit the borders with them, and I call it the prayer blanket. As I knit, I pray for the person that's going to receive it.
Okay. Wow. Wow. So this started off as just a desire to help others and support others. And like I've said this before, our calling isn't seasonal. The
Hmm.
what we do, we just do our platforms are seasonal. So what you've been doing all along, supporting others and helping others, you now have a new platform to do that on for a broader audience of people, and your reach is a little further now.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So tell us about some of the like you said you go live every Wednesday.
I go live 3 times a week
Okay.
on Monday and Wednesdays at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
I do my lives in English, and then I had some friends in Puerto Rico that were like, "Oh, we would like to listen to you, but we don't understand English." So then I do on Friday mornings. I do it in Spanish
Oh
for the
wow.
Spanish speaking.
Okay. All right. So I'll know if I have some Spanish speaking friends that I can refer them to your
Thank
platform as
you.
well, you know. Um I've actually watched your videos, and your the title, You're Not Alone, it shines through in your tone and when in your message and all of that. And I'm bragging on Miss Evelyn right now.
You are, yes, you are.
Because I enjoy them.
Thank you.
It's there is a level of serenity that I experience when I look at your videos. And so I'm going to encourage as many people as I can to tune in and watch your videos so that they can receive and experience the You're Not Alone experience as well.
Thank you.
So did you said that you had kind of wanted to do something, and that's how You're Not Alone came about. So was it something that you had been planning and working on the back end, and then you saw your opportunity to jump into it, or was it a desire you had and you jumped into it?
Well, a while ago, I had this dream of helping, like I said, people that have been diagnosed with cancer.
Hmm.
And I prayed about it, and even God gave me a name for it, and it was going to be called A Rays of Sunshine.
Hmm.
But then I was so happy about it and thrilled about it. But then all these questions started, and I started doubting myself how I'm going to do this and all these things. So I didn't do it, and I got moved on to someone else. So when this opportunity came, I prayed and I said, God, I can't let you down again. You gave me the name, you gave me everything, so I have to do this. I've been doing this through behind the scenes. Like I like to help in the community, and I've always been there to support people in any situation that they're in. But now it's public with a name. And I
Hmm.
said, God, last time I didn't listen, but this time
Hmm.
I'm going to listen to you. And that's what I did.
Yes. Wow. I was actually talking to someone else about a similar situation, and one thing that I learned, um, just in listening to podcasts and just in conversations, is that dreams don't die; they are
Mhm.
reassigned.
Wow.
So that right there, like to actually experience that, but the grace that God gives when He gives you another opportunity.
That's true.
And I like what you said. This time you went,
I
you
went,
went
oh.
for it. Yes, you didn't allow the questions that you had before to stop you this time, and it is so needed. It is so needed right now. Um, So, well, we kind of touched on it, but one of the things that I discuss is fighting the inner bully. And that is that voice inside that tells us that we're not capable. We can't do it. What if? And how you going to get there? And this, that, and the other. What are you going to do in order to show up? Maybe this just isn't for you. What are some of those things that stopped you in the past and tried to stop you in this venture as well?
Well, first of all, my bullies were a lot. And once I ended the Godfidence Builder, it helped me to realize all those, little lies and those lies that we believe. I was always comparing myself with someone else. I would look at someone else and, oh, I admire them with what they're doing, but then I can't do that. I'm not worthy. I'm not capable. Who's going to help me? I was always putting, like I would say, excuses and also believing those lies. I can't do that. I also was a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for me to like people to like me, I would please you in everything you would say, even though I probably didn't accept or think that what you were saying or doing was correct. But in
Mm-hmm.
order to be liked, I would please people. So that's some of the lies that stopped me. And I was like I said, comparing myself. You're not worthy. You can't do that. Who do you think you are? All those lies, started building, and it's like a plant
Mm-hmm.
that if you water it, it's going to grow,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to cut it from the roots. And I just believed it for so many years that it was an eye awakening when I realized, oh, these are the lies I'm believing. I have to stop doing this and shift to another mindset.
Okay. So you shifted to another mindset and you've been working to uproot those those lies that the inner bully, tried to keep you
Mhm.
keep you back from. Um so if your calling had a human voice that we all could hear loud and clear, what would it say to someone who is where you were before?
Oh, my voice would tell you just keep going. Don't look back. Look forward all the time. Don't let no one or nothing stop you. I mean, because you lose a lot of opportunities. You lose a lot of things that you want to accomplish, but because you believe all those lies, you stop. So I always go with affirmations.
Hmm.
I try to repeat the affirmations, and sometimes I even write them on the walls to remind myself. And when those little thoughts come back to my head, I said, no, I am worthy of this. I can do this because it's not me that's doing it, it's God that told me to do it. So I would say, be determined. Don't let no obstacles, nothing stop you from reaching your goals.
Wow. Okay. I love it. So tell us, or the people, because I know where to find you. Tell the people where they can experience you. You're not alone.
Well, right now I have a Facebook page, and the title is "You're Not Alone." And they could reach me there. They could private message me if they need we want to request a box, or we could talk about that also. And I'm preparing a blog with all the information of the boxes also. But they also could private message me if they want more information of the boxes.
Hmm. And what are some ways that we can support your ministry as well?
Well, going to my page,
Hmm.
watching me on live, and I'm here for anyone that needs help, advice, or just to chat. I could chat one on one also with people. I love to talk with people also, and I love to help people wherever they are. And I mail boxes no matter what state or wherever they are also.
Okay. And one more thing.
Sure.
Um, I'm going to do a clip for our Hispanic brothers and sisters who may need to hear what you have to say.
Mhm.
So, would you please send out a message on here so that I can do a clip for them as well?
In Spanish?
Yes.
Ok. Mi nombre es, mi nombre es Evelyn y soy la fundadora de You're Not Alone, Tú no estás sola, donde creo espacios para mujeres que están experimentando soledad debido a circunstancias en la vida o enfermedad. Y también les envío una caja para darle ánimo y soportarlas, apoyarlas en lo que están pasando. Pueden buscarme en Facebook, en la página You're Not Alone, pueden chatear conmigo, hablar conmigo, y si necesitan o saben de alguien que está padeciendo de cáncer, se pueden comunicar conmigo y les enviamos una caja para darle apoyo a ellos también.
Gracias.
De nada.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Miss Evelyn,
Thank
for
you.
um, sharing this platform with me. I really enjoy doing this, and I'm glad that you came on so that we can share with others what you're doing. Um, and I thank you for following God's guidance in starting You're Not Alone. Um, and I thank you all out there for tuning in for another episode of How Did You Get Here with me, Lisa Lauture, and with Miss Evelyn Santana. Um, as always, please be amazing wherever you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Lisa. Bye.
Awesome.